Imagine looking into a mirror and not recognizing the person staring back at you. Your smile feels forced. Your eyes, once bright, now dimmed with doubt. You keep asking yourself, when did I become this? When did I start questioning every word, every thought, every memory? This is what covert narcissism does. It doesn't break you with fists, it shatters you from the inside. One whispered lie at a time. One twisted truth. One expertly placed doubt that festers in your mind like a poison. You don't see the blade at first. That's what makes it so dangerous. A covert narcissist doesn't stab you. They turn the knife so slowly, you don't even realize you're bleeding until you're already weak from the loss. The cuts come disguised as love, as concern, as just being honest. You'll be laughing one moment, and the next, you're left with this strange, hollow ache, wondering why your chest feels tight. You check for wounds, but there's no blood, no bruises, just this slow, creeping sense that something is off. That's how it starts. The first twist. It happens so casually, you almost miss it. You're excited about something, a promotion, a new hobby, a personal victory, and you share it with them, expecting the same joy you'd give them. But instead of celebration, there's this pause, a fraction of a second too long before they smile. A flicker in their eyes, like they've just tasted something bitter. That's great, they say, but their tone is flat, distant. Then, before you can even process the shift, the conversation twists. Suddenly, it's about them. Must be nice, they sigh. I could never just focus on myself like that. And just like that, your joy is poisoned. You don't realize it yet, but this is the first cut. The first time they teach you. Your happiness comes at a cost. The slow bleed. At first, you tell yourself you're imagining things. Maybe they're just stressed. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. Maybe I really did say something wrong. But then it happens again and again. You notice how your achievements are met with silence, but their smallest inconveniences demand your full attention. How your pain is dramatic, but theirs is a tragedy. How your boundaries are harsh, but theirs are non-negotiable. You start censoring yourself. You downplay your successes. You swallow your hurt. You learn to tiptoe around their moods, because the alternative is exhaustion. And the worst part? You don't even realize you're doing it. The moment you notice the wound, it hits you on an ordinary Tuesday. You're talking to a friend, someone normal, someone safe, and you mention something small that made you happy. You brace instinctively, waiting for the subtle dismissal, the backhanded comment, the conversation to pivot away from you. But it doesn't come. Your friend just celebrates you. No strings, no guilt, no hidden resentment. And that's when you feel it. The wound, the one you've been ignoring. Because now you see, this whole time, you've been trained to shrink, to apologize for existing too loudly, to make yourself smaller so they can feel bigger. And the blood? It was always there. You just couldn't see it until someone turned on the light. The first time it happens, you think you must be mistaken. I never said that. They tell you, eyes wide with innocent confusion. You're remembering it wrong. And because you trust them, because why would someone lie about something so small? You back down. Maybe I did mishear, you think. Maybe I misunderstood. But then it happens again, and again, and again, until one day, you realize you don't trust your own mind anymore. The disappearing conversation. Remember last Tuesday? When you clearly asked them to pick up milk on their way home. You know you said it. You remember pausing the TV to tell them. You even remember the way they nodded absently while scrolling through their phone. But when they come home empty-handed, you never told me that. They say, frowning. I would have remembered. Their certainty is absolute. No hesitation, no self-doubt, just calm, unshakable confidence that you are the one who's wrong. And here's the terrifying part. It works. You start keeping notes, recording conversations in your head, saving text messages, because you can't rely on your own memory anymore, not when they rewrite history with such effortless ease. The emotional alchemist. They have a magic trick. They can turn your pain into your crime. You say that hurt my feelings, and suddenly, you're attacking them. You're too sensitive. You're always looking for problems. The issue isn't what they did, it's that you dared to call it out. I was just joking. They sigh, shaking their head at your inability to take a joke. Why do you always take everything so seriously? And like a fool, you start laughing along, pretending it doesn't sting. Because the alternative, admitting how much it hurts, would just prove their point about you being fragile. The Hall of Mirrors. After months of this, reality becomes fluid. Did they really promise to come to your work event? Or did you just assume they would? Did they insult your friend? Or were they just being honest? Did they ignore your texts for days? Or were you being clingy? You used to be so sure of yourself. Now, you second-guess everything. You lie awake at night, replaying conversations like a detective searching for clues. You ask friends, "Am I crazy?" in hushed, embarrassed tones. And the cruelest irony? The more you try to prove your sanity, the more unstable you look. The more you beg them to just listen, the more you confirm their narrative, that you're the irrational one. The problem? The broken one who can't even get simple facts straight. The moment you break. It happens when you're alone in the shower, or maybe driving to work. Some mundane moment when your guard is down. Suddenly, it hits you. This isn't confusion. This isn't forgetfulness. This is warfare. They're not mistaken. They're erasing you. Piece by piece. Memory by memory. Until the only reality that exists is theirs. And the most terrifying question of all rises in your throat. If I can't trust my own mind, what's left of me? No one wears the martyr's cloak quite like a covert narcissist. While overt narcissists demand worship, covert narcissists manufacture sympathy. They don't just want admiration, they want you to pity them. To see them as the wounded hero, the misunderstood genius, the one who gives so much and gets nothing in return. And here's the cruel irony. The more they play the victim, the more you end up feeling like the villain. The martyrdom performance. You've seen this act before. They sigh dramatically when you mention your struggles, as if their pain dwarfs yours. They sacrifice endlessly, but only when someone's watching. They collect grievances like trophies, polishing each one until it gleams with injustice. No one appreciates me. I always put others first. After everything I've done for you, each statement is a hook, baited with guilt. And like a fish, you bite, apologizing, reassuring, scrambling to prove you do care. But here's what they won't tell you. Real victims don't keep score. The invisible ledger. Covert narcissists operate on a system of debt. Every kindness they perform, every favor, every moment of support is logged in an invisible ledger. And sooner or later, they will collect. Remember when they helped you move? Suddenly, it's not just a favor, it's leverage. A reason you owe them. A justification for why their needs should always come first. Or when they listen to your problems. Now, anytime you set a boundary, they'll sigh. After all the times I've been there for you. The message is clear. Your pain is a transaction. Your gratitude is expected. Your autonomy is a betrayal. The weaponized tear. Crying is their superpower. Not the messy, vulnerable sobs of genuine hurt, but the perfectly timed tear. The quivering lip when you confront them. The choked voice when they're just trying to explain. And it works. Because society teaches us. If someone cries, you comfort them. So you swallow your anger. You soften your tone. You reassure them, even as you're the one who's bleeding. But ask yourself, how many times have they cried for you and never with you? The grudge vault. Covert narcissists don't forgive. They archive. That time you forgot their birthday 5 years ago? Stored. The joke you made that hurt their feelings? Filed away. Every slight, real or imagined, is preserved in perfect detail, ready to be weaponized the moment you step out of line. Meanwhile, their transgressions? I was stressed. You know I didn't mean it. Why are you bringing up the past? Their mistakes are fleeting. Yours are eternal. The moment you see the strings. It happens when you're exhausted. Maybe you cancel plans because you're sick, and suddenly, they're devastated. I just wanted one nice thing this week, they whisper. Now you're apologizing for having the flu. Or you share good news, and watch their smile tighten. Must be nice, they murmur. Some of us are barely hanging on. That's when you realize. Their suffering isn't accidental. It's strategic. A way to keep you small. To keep you guilty. To ensure that no matter what you achieve, they remain the star of the tragedy. The escape from covert narcissistic abuse isn't a single dramatic moment. It's 1,000 small revolutions happening in your mind, your habits, and your nervous system. Each one chips away at their control until suddenly one day, you realize you're free. Phase 1. Reclaiming your mind. Your perception has been distorted through years of gaslighting. So we start by anchoring reality. Keep a secret journal. Document every incident with dates, exact words, and how your body reacted. After each encounter, write what really happened, what they said happened, and the glaring gap between them. When obsessive thoughts come, say stop out loud. Snap a rubber band on your wrist. Then force your mind to safer shores. Memories from before them. Things you love about yourself. Plans for your future. Before believing anything they say, ask yourself, would a healthy person say this? What would I tell a friend? Does this match the evidence? Phase 2, the strategic retreat. Music shifts to more urgent tone. Week by week, we take back your life. First, starve them of information. Works fine. I'm doing okay. Not sure yet. Delay replies. Minutes become hours. Hours become days. Then control all interactions. Only meet in public, with others present. For strict time limits. I can't stay long. Let's circle back. I'll think about it. Finally, the biker method. Keep it brief. Impersonal. Kind but firm. Always have an exit ready. And record everything. Phase 3. Healing your body. Music becomes softer, more fluid. Each morning, bare feet on the floor. 10 deep breaths. Let your body shake out the poison. Hum low in your chest. Feel the vibration of freedom. Pause, then more urgent. When panic hits, name 5 things you see. For things you touch. 3 sounds. 2 smells. 1 taste. Splash cold water on your face. Tap left knee, then right. Left, then right. Rewiring your nervous system. There comes a morning, ordinary in every way but one, when you wake and find the weight simply gone. No leaden ache in your chest when you first stir. No whispered doubts slithering through your mind before you even open your eyes. Just sunlight painting gold stripes across your sheets. And the quiet, unshakable certainty that this day, finally, completely, belongs to you alone. You stretch slowly, savoring the absence of that familiar dread. The clock reads 8:03 a.m., and for the first time in years, you realize no one is waiting for your morning text. No one will punish you for responding too late. The silence isn't heavy, it's light. It's yours. You brew your coffee the way you actually like it now. Dark and strong, no sugar, with no critical voice hovering to complain it's too bitter. The mug warms your palms as you lean against the counter, watching steam curl toward the ceiling. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you note the absence of that constant mental editing. No rehearsing conversations before they happen. No preemptively adjusting your mood to accommodate someone else's. The silence in your home isn't empty anymore. It's rich, full, like the pause between symphony movements. You notice details that used to escape you. The way dust motes dance in the sunbeam by the bookshelf, the comforting hum of the refrigerator, the distant laughter of children playing outside. Ordinary miracles you were too hypervigilant to notice before. This is how rebirth begins. Not with fireworks or dramatic proclamations, but with these quiet, sacred moments so precious they steal your breath away. A sip of coffee enjoyed without anxiety. A deep breath drawn without your ribs feeling like a cage. The profound simplicity of existing without apology. The reflection test. You catch your reflection unexpectedly later that day. In a shop window as you pass by, your image superimposed over a display of blooming flowers. For a heartbeat, you don't recognize yourself. The person looking back has light in their eyes you haven't seen since childhood. An ease in their smile that doesn't look rehearsed. The absence of that permanent tension between their brows. The one that used to etch itself deeper with every backhanded compliment you endured. This is what they tried to take from you. Not just your peace, but your very sense of self. Your right to occupy space without justification. Your ability to feel joy without their permission. And yet, here you stand. Not just surviving, but thriving. Not just healing, but becoming. The flowers in the window frame your reflection like a crown. You don't look away first this time. The ghosts that remain, the memories still visit sometimes. They come less as hauntings now, more like old photographs discovered in a drawer, faded at the edges, the colors dulled by time. That vacation where they ruined your birthday dinner. The night they screamed at you for abandoning them when you visited a sick friend. The 1,000 paper cuts of cruelty you once believed were love. But something fundamental has shifted. When you hold these memories up to the light now, you don't see your failures reflected back. You see their sickness, their lack, the gaping void they tried to fill with your shattered pieces. You can finally see with crystalline clarity. Their love was never about you. Their cruelty wasn't your fault. Their emptiness was never yours to fill. The realization doesn't arrive with fanfare. It settles over you like morning mist, quiet, inevitable, nourishing. The wisdom of scars. Months pass, then years. When someone new asks, "What happened to you?" over drinks one evening, noting the way you flinch at raised voices or how carefully you set boundaries, you don't spiral into explanation. You smile a secret smile, not bitter, not broken, but with the hard-won wisdom of someone who walked through fire and emerged forged stronger on the other side. Life happened, you say simply, and leave it at that, because the truth is too complex for casual conversation, that you carry an entire civilization's worth of pain and rebirth in your bones, that you speak the lost language of survival, that your scars map a journey most will never understand. But when you lock eyes with a stranger across the room, someone with that familiar hollow look behind their smile, you recognize one of your own. A silent understanding passes between you. Another phoenix mid-flight. The unbreakable truth. The greatest revenge isn't hatred. It's this. Waking each morning to a life so vibrant, their absence becomes a blessing. Loving so deeply without fear, their attempts to warp love seem laughable. Standing so firmly in your truth, their lies can't find purchase anymore. You are what happens when survival evolves into sovereignty, when endurance transforms into elegance, when the person who once made you doubt your own mind becomes nothing more than a footnote in the story of your becoming. The phoenix doesn't rise for applause. It rises because the alternative is unthinkable. So do you. If this journey resonated with you, if you saw your reflection in these words, know this. Your healing isn't just possible. It's already begun. Every time you choose yourself, every boundary you set, every moment you refuse to accept less than you deserve, you're writing your comeback story. Hit subscribe to BrainTrap TV because your recovery deserves witnesses. Ring that notification bell so you never miss the tools you need to stay free. And remember, the best revenge isn't hatred. It's living so fully, they become irrelevant. This is BrainTrap TV, helping you break free, one truth at a time.